Hi, this is Amanda. I've been reading the Distance Learning Playbook and thought that I could summarize some of what I've been reading. So I'm going to be going over the introduction of the book today. John Hattie is one of the authors of this book, so the introduction actually refers a lot to effect sizes. So just for reference, an average effect size is 0.40, so anything above that would be above average and anything below that would be below average. And distance learning is actually a 0.14. So it's not necessarily doing anything to accelerate learning, but it's also not in the negatives. So there's three themes to effective strategies according to John Hattie. And the first are strategies that invest in learning and increases students' ability to recognize when they're learning, when they're not, and how to go about fixing it. The second theme is that teachers know the impact of their instruction and are taking steps to refine their approaches, so self-reflection. And then the third theme is that the mind frames of teachers are in the driver's seat. So teachers are collaborating, they're talking about learning, and they're investing in relationships with children and adults. So the book refers to technology kind of like lesson planning, where it's a starting point and not the core of our teaching. So we should still be trying to optimize social interaction, checking for understanding and listening to feedback from students, and making sure that there's a balance between the precious knowledge and deep thinking. One major effect of distance learning is actually equity. So before, our at-risk students are, or they were ELLs, they were students with learning disabilities, students in poverty, underrepresented ethnic and racial groups, students with different sexual orientations and trauma. And now we're introducing new at-risk students, so students that are highly dependent on the teacher, who have low self-regulation, who have limited proficiency, or maybe they have high levels of stress because of the pandemic, and that creates social and emotional concerns, or they're living in homes that aren't safe, or their parents have limited abilities to help them, etc. So as teachers, we should be trying to meet students' basic needs, ensuring equitable access to learning resources, and trying to proactively design responsive and restorative structures. But the end of the introduction talks about how you're still an educator, you're still teaching, you're still impacting students, and nobody wanted to do this or asked to do this, but there are a lot of opportunities that can come from it. So the next chapter is all about taking care of yourself.